Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project Magnetic Reversal News and Shinrin Yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Monday, February 22nd, around midnight 2021. The models are in. More snow in the upper tiers as well as the northwest. That will be the best. Take a look at those totals. They're not schmodals in Washington State, but the big story: more Chicago buildings buckle Monday morning under weight of seasonal snow surplus. Say that 5 times fast. Keep calm. It's collapse time, and that's a boom. Snow winds down overnight, but the break is short up in upstate New York. Take a look at the lake effect that's going to pummel the region. But a fast-moving system produced 1 to 4 inches of snow for Monday in central New York, but 4 to 8 across higher terrain, moving away as a result of the weather will be quieting down over for the majority of the region after they've been dumped on quite a few times. We'll get to the models in a minute. Snow ends with 5.5 inches north and west of Philly. As we predicted, temps could reach 50 Wednesday. Hello. And here's your snowfall analysis. The big winner up is Washington State. Take a look north of Seattle here. 3 feet of snow in some areas. Hello. Iowa. Western Iowa. Big totals. A foot or more in some areas. 6 in a large swath. And that lake effect region in western New York picking up the big totals. As well as West Virginia picking up 4 to 6 in the snowshoe region. Hello. Conspiracy theorists are burning snow to prove it's fake. Well, when you put a flame to snow and nothing drips out, that's called sublimation. It's called science. It's not called fake snow. It's called stupid podcaster. If you think that burning the surface of the snow here proves that it's fake, it proves that you live near a city and there's pollution in your snow and you're sublimating the ice into a gas called hydrogen dioxide. Yes. Hello. This has been going on for years, and there are millions of people that are duped by this nonsense. I hope you're not one of them. I hope you're not one of them. How long has it been since we've had snow cover as deep as we've recently had? Well, where are we talking about? Chi-Town. How long has it been since we had snow cover as deep as we've recently had in Chi-Town? It's been a decade. Not since 2010 in Chi-Town have they seen snow like this. Well, the last deep solar minimum was 2010. And the year after that was, 10 years ago, 2010. And now we're, repeating the same cycle. After the snow melts, the flooding will begin. Same cycle. Here's how to prepare. Stay away from flooding areas immediately. Here we are at the albedo map. And we can see most of the lower 48 is covered in snow, ho, ho, ho. Wintry weather across the northern tier, relatively quiet elsewhere. A storm system will continue producing strong winds and snow heavy in places across the northwest. Snow from this system will extend across the upper Midwest. Locally heavy rain could cause flooding in western Washington. Heavy wind warnings up in this weird burnt umber color. So be warned in Montana and Wyoming for the heavy wind warnings. Things could be falling all over your buildings. And thankfully, it's not planes launching from the East Coast. Now, if we walk the models through, here's your Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to be seeing heavy snow in the mountains of Washington State, some in Oregon, Idaho, saying snow, western Montana, North Dakota, northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the upper tier here through Wednesday, Thursday. Here's your Friday. Saturday, boom, Saturday. And the northern tier here in northern New Hampshire, Vermont, northern New York. And take a look. By the time we hit March in our region, boom, it's boom time. We're going to be picking up heavy snow in the southern Rocky Mountains, as well as the northern Rocky Mountains at the same time. It's going to be some fantastic spring weather. Maybe not so much for planting, but we're going to be reporting on it, and we're way out. Here's the northern hemisphere as far as the albedo map goes. All of Russia and China in the white, as well as all of Canada, Greenland, Alaska. Kiss my. And take a look at the ice extent in yellow. Pretty epic, pretty normal. estimated planetary K index over the last 3 hours is geomagnetic instability, which we've been seeing for days. As the sun wakes up, we see the solar wind speed here. The plasma speed is at 600 kilometers per second. That's quite high. Not quite as high as I am, but still pretty significant. And we're back here at the seismic update. Let's take a quick look at the U.S. and the world as a whole. No quakes of note. This one popping off here down towards Antarctica and the South Sandwich Islands. I'm getting hungry. Who's not? Hints of a recent eruption. All you got to do is look at the fresh snow and the ash deposit on it to realize Kluchevskov has been puffing, as well as Bezimiani. Alushkova, not so much. And you can see here some older ash deposits over here. But boom, Kluchevskov is hinting at a new boom time. Worldwide volcano news update. Sabankaya, unable to detect Sakurajima to 5,000 feet. Not significant. Wrong. No flight level there. Yes, 14,000 feet. Dukono coming in at 7,000 feet. Etna, eruption number 5. Lava fountain is observed at the southeast crater. Holy macaroni, we predicted that. New lava fountain eruption underway, the 5th in a row. Yet another paroxysm. Fountaining is almost certainly about to start now. Volcanic tremor has started to rise sharply, and we predicted that it would be a longer duration spread. Look at that. Boom, 35 hours, 42 hours, boom, 50 hours, and we nailed it. Like all climatologists and geologists do, we got it right on the money, and that's honey. Etna Volcano Volcanic Ash Advisory. Fountain is observed at the southeast crater, and an extended period since the other quoted regular periodicity, which was incorrect. And we corrected them right up to Democrat Ron Kim calls for Cuomo to be impeached because his nose is gigantic and he's a narcissistic schmuck that should be held accountable for killing grandma. That's all I have to say there. Effects of past ice ages more widespread than previously thought. Hey, if you live in the blue or purple region, you're in for it. If you live in the light blue region, you might get by. But these are the regions you don't want to live in. These are the ones most affected by the last ice age and where you will be most pummeled. So stay away from the blue, light blue, or anything blue. See this little yellow region down here? Yeah, that's where we're at. So there's that. Airliner encountered unidentified fast-moving cylindrical object over New Mexico. Heads up, ransom. There's UFOs landing in your region. American Airlines Flight 2292, an Airbus A320 flying between Cincinnati and Phoenix on February 21st, 2021, yesterday, had a bizarre close encounter with what his crew described as a long cylindrical object that almost looked like a cruise missile, moving extremely fast over the top of their aircraft as it cruised along at 36,000 feet and 400 knots. The incident occurred over a remote northeast corner of New Mexico to the west of the tiny town of Des Moines. Steve Douglas, an experienced radio. Where did that go? An experienced radio interceptor and the proprietary of Deep Black Horizon told the War Zone that he was recording from his arsenal of scanners when he heard the strange transmission. The War Zone has reviewed over an hour of audio that Douglas has provided us from before and after the strange radio call and are working on to authenticate it from the FAA and get further information and comment from the agency of the event. Hello, more UFOs buzzing by normal people. 17 genius ideas for cooking with cauliflower. Well, how about you learn how to grow it and then you cook with it? Those are genius alone, and those are the first two. Number 1, make healthier pizza crust. Yes, you can make pizza crust with cauliflower and it tastes like crap. Mash them. Add butter, salt, and cheese, and it tastes delicious. You can do that with anything. Go raw. I love raw cauliflower with a good ranch dip. Make low-carb fried rice. Add it to a risotto. Lighten up a Mexican night. Make a steak. Yes, with cauliflower. Take advantage of spices and sauces. Thicken soups. Say cheese. Skip the meat. Tell you what, Lee and I just love cauliflower. I chop it up. I slow saute it in a gigantic pan with oil and spices. Flip it a lot. turn it up high, and then grill it at the end, and it is spectacular. And it is one of the most fiber-dense, nutrient-rich foods you can eat. Don't throw any of the juices. If you steam it, drink the juices. But if you fry it, everything comes out of the pan, and it's fantastic. Plus, it's easy to grow. Thanks to a supportive trine or three-way between two important planets, you can expect an energetic reset this week. The year 2021 opened up at the same low point where 2020 ended. And that's, because of this, many of us, myself included, didn't kick into 2021 with the typical high-energy gusto that marks a new year. In fact, it was almost a bury your head in the pillow type of new year. Rather than reset health habits or set intentionally lofty goals for ourselves, many of us merely observed the change of the year on the calendar, and, we got more depressed and more pathetic. After conjuring motivation and hope amid a wrecked and a wretched pandemic, an extreme political tumult, no small task. Who wrote this? This is garbage. I'll tell you what, all the bullshit that you've heard in the last, the new year and the coming times, face mask mandates, deadly pandemic, it's all bullshit. And if you haven't realized that, sniff the roses because they're blooming. It's spring. The spacecraft killing anomaly over the South Atlantic is what you should be worried about. Yes, the magnetic excursion that's ongoing, that's about to send satellites raining down on your head, the markets collapsing, fiat currency going to zero, the end of the empire, and you eating your neighbor. That's what you should be focused on. Yes, the magnetic reversal that you're now living, that's been accelerating since 1600, the powers that be have known about, and that's why they've gone underground. The magnetic pole shift happening now. As the poles race across Siberia and exit the Antarctic continent, you're living a lie. And that's a boom to knowledge. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance as we enter the magnetic excursion and the grand solar minimum that all of us that are alive now can hear my voice will live through in the coming decades. The reset of the empire, the reset of society, the end of the global crony capitalistic corporatocracy that has milked you for every fucking penny. Buy Bitcoin now. Learn how to grow food. Get into an industry that will explode in the coming years because it's all about to end quickly. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance and success in the future. We just got done a 2-hour video with David Dubine. We'll put that up tomorrow night, live, prime time. Some of the best talking points I have ever been, involved in. And we love each and every one of you. The most important person is the one that shares this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this with like-minded people. Become a Patreon and support the channel. And be safe. And that's a boom to knowledge. Click on one of the other boxes to gain more knowledge. Or suck it. Because that's how we roll. Be safe. And that's a boom.